This week, I had shared an article from the HuffPost about 12 different activities that are secretly draining us and fatiguing us. And for today's Wellbeing Wednesday, I want to talk about one of those. The fact that watching emotionally charged television can actually drain us of more energy and cause us to be more exhausted. Now, many times we have very, very busy days, go, 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 and people will come home and want to sit down for a few minutes and watch something on TV and think that it's going to help with decompression and help to relax. But we actually can find that sometimes the really emotionally charged television can actually do the reverse. For some people, it's this idea of something called trait identification. So that process of temporarily seeing yourself as that character, imagining yourself there, experiencing those events, taking on those emotions. Lots of psychiatrists and psychologists will talk about how people will perceive the world differently through that. Maybe even see being opened up to certain emotional experiences that they weren't able to gain for themselves. So, however, though, in that excess, that can oftentimes cause an over-sustained high intensity of this emotional experience that can cause more of a drain. Even positive emotions after a long period of time or over a sustained period can actually drain us of our energy. Think about that most amazing day that you've had and you can still feel tired. When this is being stimulated through the television shows, that can also have an effect. So instead of that ability to relax and wind down, prepare yourself for rest, it can actually get you more hyped up. One of my colleagues that I used to work with at MUSC, Dr. Tyson Lippe, actually spoke in this article and talked about that as well, discussing that it can take additional mental effort to dampen those signals once we've had all of those emotions to be able to regulate it down and help us to be able to rest and relax even more. So just some things to think about. We want to take note that, how many days are we watching this television? Maybe we want to balance it and watch more of the emotionally charged television on days off, or notice what's specifically triggering us to have these responses and watch them at a time of the day when it's not quite so close to bedtime, when we want to be able to rest and relax. Maybe instead of just restricting the amount of time, also restricting the certain days that we're watching it, or even just to balance it with maybe more neutral television or other things that are going to be a little more calming and relaxing, especially right before bedtime. So enjoy these different tips and strategies. Not saying that we're not going to be having our binge watching ever, or that we won't watch these really hyped up, emotionally charged television shows, but just balancing when we're watching them, how much we're watching them, and paying attention for ourselves what might be triggers. Be well.